everyone, it's Amira. Welcome back to my channel. I am so happy you're here. I would just like to address right away that my appearance has changed a little bit. I am a blondie, and in real life I'm not, but I just felt like I needed to change my hair to match the aesthetic of our new island, which we are pretty much starting today. Welcome to BASIL, everybody. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? We are starting a brand new island. This is BASIL, and drumroll please for the theme, the aesthetic. A few of you did get very, very close in your guesses in my Discord and in the YouTube comments. So very proud of you for that. I feel like BASIL doesn't really leave that much room to like get it wrong. But the theme of BASIL is going to be kind of a mixture between a few things. It'll be a mixture of springcore, gardencore, farmcore, cottagecore, all in a very simple style. I'm not going to say particularly minimal because I don't know if I'm there yet. I'm aspiring to be minimal, but just like simpler than I've done in the past. I love clutter. I hate to say it, I do. So there'll probably be some clutter spots, but overall simpler than I normally do. So this video is going to be pretty short. We won't be doing any building in this video. We're just going to be kind of planning, and I'll be sharing my ideas with you, my mood boards, my Pinterest board, all of that for the island BASIL. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So yes, I am blonde. Oh my God. Also, jump scare. Bunny day is happening, unfortunately. Okay. Trigger warning, honestly. Anyways, yes, I am blonde because for my Gardencore Springcore Island, I just felt like this needed to happen. So I picked these really cute eyes. Look at this little custom code outfit I'm wearing, my little dress, my little rain boots, and my hat, and the little band-aids on my face. Oh my gosh, I just think this is the cutest thing. Before we sort of delve into what my plans are for this island, I figured the best way to sort of all get in a collective headspace is to scroll through my Pinterest with you on what my sort of thoughts are. So I will put a screen recording now of me sort of scrolling through my Pinterest board, and we can kind of stop and take stock of a couple of the photos. Mostly they're very sort of simple. I picked some images for specific purposes more than others. I really liked this planter box. I thought that was really cute. I saved that code. Lots of flowers, again, lots of sort of garden plots. A lot of these pictures aren't necessarily very minimal or simple, so I would take inspiration but not replicate exactly. I love the idea of having a little central lake, or maybe perhaps a duck pond with different options of places to go around there. I love this picture. This picture was a huge inspiration for me while planning this island, and you'll kind of see that pretty soon when we go over my whole mood board section here. This was another one. I love how simple this picture looks. There's like the little well and lots of pastel pretty colors, but for the most part, that's pretty simple, not a ton of clutter. Same thing here with all the ducks. I love the ducks. I love the garden gate. I love the flowers and the little pathway leading up to resident services. Obviously, for a springcore island, you need a bunny garden, so I would love to put one of those. I love the different little pathways going around on this picture. Just overall very simple but pastel-y colors, simple builds. I love the idea of having a little gathering picnic spot on the beach. Lots of little picnic spots here and there. I think I'll use some teddy bears. Again, just little places to stop and snack. I love this campsite here, how it's more focused on like sitting and reading rather than like actually camping. I feel like that's kind of my style. I love how simple this Able Sisters is. We'll kind of delve into each specific sort of building here in a second, but overall, I just wanted to kind of show you what my thoughts were for BASIL in general, what my idea going into this is. And this will evolve as we go on, and we will build this island up together, and I am so excited. Let's go over the map that I chose for our island BASIL. My main concern, I'm not usually very picky about maps. Really the only thing that I was concerned with for this map was I wanted resident services to be pretty far away from the airport, solely because I feel like I usually gravitate towards maps where resident services is like a straight shot from the airport. I have a clear sort of destination when you get off of the airplane. And I wanted to kind of be creative. Like, why in my head does the airport have to lead to resident services right away? I thought if I picked something where there was enough distance between them, then maybe resident services, you get there a little bit later in the tour. You don't necessarily go right from the airport to resident services. I wanted to broaden my horizons, explore new horizons, if you will. So this is the map. I haven't terraformed. I haven't done any sort of waterscaping. I haven't even redeemed that from Nookstop, to be quite honest with you. I'm not sure what my plan is for waterscaping at this time, but as far as terraforming, I'm really leaning towards a completely flat island. Like no terraforming whatsoever, not even for fake buildings. So we'll see. I would really like to have a pretty map because Westport's map was kind of uggo, but we will just, I don't have a huge plan for that at this point in time. So there's the map. Okay, as far as villagers are concerned, you can see the villager lineup is kind of a jump scare. It's not ideal at this point in time. There are 3 here that we will be keeping. The rest will be leaving. So the 3 villagers that we will be keeping are Joey, Henry, and Teddy. And now I will kind of put a picture on the screen of a little sort of graphic that I made of BASIL's dreamies, these cottagecore, springcore, gardencore, kings and queens, if you will. I just think that they are so, so, so sweet. So as you can see, we have Bo, Ellie, Henry, Norma, Marshall, Stella, Joey, Melba, Teddy, and Pashmina. Are they just not the cutest little springy guys and gals? I think they're so cute. I think their coloring is perfect. I was very picky about their coloring. I'm not really sure why I am the way that I am, but I keep thinking about what it's going to look like on the map when all of their little icons are next to each other, and I want them all to look cute next to each other, and I just wanted them to coordinate, really. So these are who I ended up going with. I have never used Stella before. I've never used Joey. I've never used Pashmina. I've never used Marshall. Honestly, the only 2 villagers I've had on islands before are Bo and Melba. The rest of them are newbies to me. So I do have 3 of them already. When I was kind of setting up plots of land to sell, I just figured it would be easier to just get Joey and Henry and Teddy from the Treasure Islands just before we even got started, because if you were there for the horror story of Westport and trying to get Static and Hazel to move out at the end, that was awful. So I figured the less we have to do that, the better. So we have those 3, but those are the villagers, and I am just so, so excited about that. Okay, moving on to the specific buildings that I would like to build up. Starting first with Blather's tent. Yes, you heard me correctly. I did say Blather's tent. I am so excited to be keeping Blathers in his tent. I hope that I picked a spot that I'm going to end up liking, because if you didn't know, you cannot relocate the museum when it's still in its tent form. You can only relocate it after you've upgraded it. So it's pretty close to the beach here. I thought we could do a fun little pathway down to the beach, but mostly my plan is to just kind of extend what's already happening here outside. So more bugs, maybe a shovel. But again, I want this to be fairly simple, so not a ton of clutter. Fingers crossed I'm able to sort of stay there. Moving on to Nook's Cranny. It's still in its original form, but actually my plan is to upgrade this to the full Nook's Cranny because I love the colors and I feel like that'll suit Basil's sort of color scheme really, really well with the yellows and the oranges. I would love to turn Nook's Cranny into a little plant shop, flower shop. Come here for all of your garden needs, a garden shop, if you will. Again, incredibly, incredibly simple, but I'm thinking garden plots. Maybe I'll use some flowers, some of those like little seedling items, soil bags, all of that kind of stuff. My goal here is to turn this into kind of the like garden section of like a Home Depot or a Lowe's or a Menards, where you can come and buy some seedlings, some fertilizer, all of your garden needs at Nook's Cranny, and I'm very excited about that. I feel like the colors, especially in the springtime, Nook's Cranny is decorated very cutely with like flowers and watering cans and all of that. So I think that's going to end up super cute. As far as Able Sisters, again, going with that very simple theme, I'm thinking maybe a little sewing stand out front with like a sewing machine and the little glass jar with the yarn balls. I mentioned this in, I think, my previous speed build, but I love the glass jar with the yarn balls. The little sewing kit, and then maybe some cushions. And I think that's about it. Again, incredibly simple. Maybe a little table for them to sit at. I'm trying to keep this as simple as I can while still keeping some clutter. So we'll see how that goes. But that's kind of my plan there. Not a ton of detail for any of these. So I just hope that they end up turning out nice. And then as far as the campsite, I feel like I kind of talked about this already with that picture on my Pinterest board, but I'm thinking blankets and some flowers and then books and kind of calling that good. Maybe some bunnies. Again, I want it to be incredibly simple, maybe next to a pond. I'm thinking if I make like a lake situation or a pond, I feel like the campsite would look really pretty next to that. When it comes to my own house on Basil, I don't really think I'm going to have a very specific theme. I just want to make a little springy cottage. I'll have a little garden out front, maybe a laundry spot. On my previous island, I made this whole bed and breakfast thing for the town, but I really think I just want a cute little, I think this is where like the cottagecore will come out more in my own house. Just very cutesy little whimsical cottagecore vibes that are going to be happening in my little spring cottage. And I think that'll go for the rest of the villagers' homes as well. My plan is to do the villager interiors on this island, so hold me to that. If I say I don't want to do that, say, no, Amira, you said you were going to do that for us, and I will. And I want to just make them really cutesy and springy and just cottagecore-y, and I'm just really excited about it. As far as custom codes and path work goes, I did lay out what my thoughts are here. So I kept it pretty simple. I'm just going to be using this dirt road, which I'm really excited about. I think that's going to look super sweet. But then I also have these little stone codes. I just downloaded the little skinny ones. I'm thinking in between like garden patches, and then these little planks that I think are super cute too, maybe leading into a backyard or through a garden. I also downloaded these wooden planks. I thought these would look nice, like under the front steps of villager homes or just in transitional areas. I loved this one because there's a little bear on it. I love the little sort of whimsical touches that springcore has a lot of the time, so I downloaded those. And then as far as blankets and fabrics, I downloaded 3 different colors of the same sort of gingham pattern. So there's a pastel green, a sort of blue/purple, and then a peachy one. I loved this little circular lacy rug, and then 2 of these just sort of more neutral patterns. I am still in the market for some like springcore blankets. So I haven't fully sort of finished that out. I'm still looking. I'm kind of picky. So if you have any suggestions for like springcore fabrics, oh, Daisy May. Honestly, that tracks. She's spring, right? She's a springy NPC, I think. Anyways, if you have any like favorite springcore blanket codes, you can share those with me either in the comments or over in the Discord, and I would really appreciate that. As far as just little random floor codes, I thought this little puddle was super cute. I really liked these little letters, and then maybe like, are those seed packets? I think those are really cute. Daisy, what's up, girl? Do you need something? And then these are little planter boxes, and I think that's so cute. I love the idea of that. I also downloaded these little signs for in front of garden plots. Specifically, I'm thinking on like wooden shop signs. I think those would be really cute. And then I have been wanting to use custom codes like this on standees forever as little garden gates. So I am really excited about those. I couldn't pick between the white or the regular wood. So I downloaded both, and we'll see what my thoughts are when it comes to building. And then as far as Flora and fauna, these are the flowers and colors that I'm thinking of using. I'm thinking green and yellow and orange and white and pastels. I'm also wanting to do orange trees, and I'm so excited about that. I think it's so cute. This island actually it's a cherry tree island, but it's fine. I can just plant a bunch of orange trees, and I think that'll look so sweet. I do have a question for you. I am debating using the pink hyacinths. What are your thoughts? I feel like the pink makes it lean a little like Eastery, and I don't know how I feel about that. But if you think it's pretty, I might use them. I don't know. I'm going back and forth. I do just kind of like it without. But then the pink brings in a little bit more dimension, I feel like, and some extra pastel-y and pretty colors. So I don't know. Part of me doesn't really like it. So, okay, here it is with the pink. And then I'm going to take that away. And you can see it without the pink again. Otherwise, those are the flowers that I kind of landed on. So orange and green and white variations of the mums and the cosmos and the hyacinths. I think they're really pretty. I also think I'm going to use a lot of this log fence. I also have the stone fencing and the vertical board fencing and just like the plain wooden fencing. But I think that specific fence goes really well with this whole theme. So here's the kind of overall vibe for what basil is going to be. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm actually so excited. The final portion of today's video is just going over the little mood board section that I created for basil. So you'll kind of see, this is what I meant of using that little stone code in between garden paths. I used the little puddle and put the duck on it, the orange tree again, the scarecrow, just lots of like gardeny farm elements, but in a very springy pastel way. I hope you can kind of see what I'm aiming for this island. Truly, you guys, I am so excited. I'm thinking so many little picnic spots to sit and read, spots to maybe like a meadow. I'd love to make a meadow. Oh my goodness. Just like pretty. I'm just ready to make a pretty island, I think, because as much as I loved Westport, it wasn't really about how pretty I could make it. And I would really just like to make something pretty. And hopefully I can maybe keep it pretty flat and minimal. Hold me to that too. Those are my goals. Okay, let's kind of state our goals for this. Are you ready? Completely flat island, number 1. Number 2, simple but not minimal. Because I do like the clutter, but I just don't think I'm ready to do the whole minimal thing yet. I do plan to do a minimal island. I would just like this to be more on the simple side without fully committing to minimal. And I think those are my only 2 goals. And just pretty. Number 3 is to make it pretty. And I'm so excited about that. Oh, I did have one more question. I can't decide between using the curved streetlight or, don't mind my like insane inventory that I have going on here right now. I can't decide between the 2 of them. I think I'm leaning towards the curved streetlight. But I just used those on Westport, so I just feel like I need to use something else. Thoughts, feelings, concerns, qualms, issues, grievances, complaints. I don't know. You let me know what you're thinking. I think I am leaning towards the curved streetlights. I just have never used these round ones, and part of me wants to. You'll notice I don't have any bushes down. I am planning on using bushes, but they're not going to be in bloom, so I'm just going to have regular, just green bushes. So I don't have any of those yet, but there will be bushes scattered here and there. And obviously, I can't not have wheat field, so the wheat field will be there too. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited about this whole island. I have been dreaming of doing a springcore, gardencore, simple island for a very, very long time. And I'm just so excited to realize these dreams with all of you here. This is pretty much all I had planned for this video today. I really just kind of wanted to share my thoughts and my hopes and my dreams for basil. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you have any ideas that you think would really be cute on an island like this. I've never done springcore before, so this will be kind of new for me. If you have done springcore, let me know what you think is like vital to a springcore island. What you think that I have to include. Any ideas for any builds. I will take all of the ideas that you can give me. I am so excited for this. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. It really would mean the world to me. I post new videos every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Wednesdays are build videos on my own island. Normally I build. I just had a little introduction to basil for this time around, but starting next Wednesday, we will be building. Fridays are Happy Home Paradise speed builds and Sundays are island tours. I would like to quickly thank all of the members on this channel. Thank you so much for your support and your love and your kind words. I appreciate each and every single one of you. I cannot express how much you mean to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. I love you all. Other than that, that's all I have for you today. I hope you are having the most wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Goodbye.